Calling all my sweeties to the forefront. I'm your host, Renee Hayslett, and this is the Keep It Positive Sweetie Show. Hey, sweeties. In this season, I have been so blessed to have conversations with people who I've been impacted by, people who I've grown up watching and admiring, and today is truly going to be special. My guest today is a wife, mom, artist, actress, philanthropist, just to name a few. Kip's family, please give a very warm Atlanta welcome to Ciara.
Hey.
Ciara, how are you?
Amazing.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
you
my
look beautiful
gosh.
too.
Thank you, and thank you for coming.
Oh my gosh. Let me just say, in all my years that I've done interviews, I have never seen what I just saw happen before we start our interview with JB.
Yeah.
Praying before an interview.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Listen, we keep God first in everything.
Amen.
Yes.
I love it.
Thank you. No, that's one of the things. In everything we do, we always make sure we pray.
Yeah, it's the best way to kick off the day.
It is. No, for sure.
Yeah.
So I want to start with a little story time.
Okay.
So just a month ago, 2 months ago, the top of June, BET Awards, we were at BET Media House, and they were like, Ciara's coming. We're going to get you an interview with her. And I was like, oh, my goodness, Ciara's coming. So we see you come. My little booth is right next to Angie Martinez's door. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, guys, I'm not taking any interviews. So, like, as soon as she comes out the door, we're going to grab her. So you come out, and they're like, she has to go to another interview. And I got a quick picture with you, and it was so cute. Actually, Drea shot that. It was a really beautiful picture of us. And I was like, it's okay. It's something else is going to happen. God has something better in store. And I really wanted to interview that day, and now I have you here. Yay, and that's just how God works. So I was like, God always be looking out. I was like, come on.
Come on. I know. Yes. And we're in Atlanta, my hometown.
Your hometown, yeah.
So this is great.
I love it. And Kaya and Dimples had hit me, and Kaya was like, Kaya's been on here.
Yeah,
and she was
Kaya,
like, you got to get Ciara. Like, y'all are perfect for each other. Y'all have the same brand. She loves God. You love God. She's like, she's so positive. It'd be perfect. And then Dimples hit me, and she was like, we're going to do it. And I'm like,
yeah.
No lie. Before you came in, they're like, are you nervous? And I was like, yeah.
No, it's amazing, man.
No,
yeah.
But you have so much going on. You are busy. You just had you opened your second, you had your second annual Ciara Day, and then you opened your second Why Not Center.
Yeah.
That's like monumental.
No, it's amazing. So technically, it's my first time actually celebrating this holiday or this special day that the state and the city, granted me, and I got to give thanks to Falana Williams because she really spearheaded that, and I've known her since I was a baby. At one point in time, she was my manager.
Really?
So she's known me since I was literally when I got signed to Artistry, she was assigned to my project.
Wow.
So 20 plus years ago, because 21 years ago my album Goodies came out, so it was before that came out. So I know her since I was 16.
Wow.
Or 14, 14, 15, anywhere, somewhere in that place, 15 to 16.
Yeah.
That's when I met her, and so. No, it was amazing because Russ and I, we've always had a vision with our Why Not You Foundation, and we have a big vision to do a few things, right? And one of those things were to create centers for kids.
Yes.
And we've been very fortunate in our partnership with the Boys and Girls Club that we're able to put Why Not You centers in some of the Boys and Girls Clubs. So we started off in Pittsburgh last year. And then we both said that we have to make sure we have the Why Not You centers in the places where we came from.
Absolutely.
Because, for me, I've always wanted to get back to my city because I feel like the city has given me so much.
Yeah.
And, Atlanta's a city that made me. So my next tier of growth and leveling up is giving back in my hometown. So yesterday was just the start of that on Ciara Day.
Yes.
And to me, it was the best way to kick off a day like that. I really want, every time that I get a chance to celebrate this day, I want to make it a day of impact. And it was so sweet, giving the kids at the Boys and Girls Club our Why Not You Center and dance hall. And, there was the dancers that came there, and they were the first ones to dance in that space, and all the kids that go to the Boys and Girls Club. It was just so much great energy. It was so beautiful. I was so touched and moved and just so thankful to God that we can do stuff like that. I want to do more and more of it. So that was beautiful.
That's amazing. You mentioned impact, and that is actually the whole theme of this season for the podcast, because we inspire people, but what impact are we leaving? So I love that you are literally putting action behind your words and doing that. That's so dope. I love that. You also have a new album coming out entitled CC, a new single with Lotto. Yes. So what you have an album called Ciara. What was the emphasis of Cece now?
Well, you know, it's my nickname, and a lot of my fans have called me Cece over the years.
Yes.
And my family obviously calls me Cece, and I feel like when someone calls you by your nickname, it's personal.
Yes.
And so I have a special connection with my fans, and my fans are really the reason why I am where I am today.
Yeah.
You know, especially being an independent artist and running my own label. That is the most vulnerable place you can be in, and you really don't know what's going to be like in those independent waters. And my fans have showed me the power of, you know, who they are and what they mean, and our relationship dynamic. You know, when I kicked off Level Up, and within one click of a button, you know, my song was crazy viral.
Yes.
And it's one of my most viewed videos to date. And I'm so proud because it's mine. Like, I own that song. I own the master.
Oh, come on, Ciara. Yes.
Yeah, so on this album, I just really want to, it's like the chapter and season of gratitude for me. I kind of live my life in chapters, you know. Yeah. Sometimes you have transitional chapters. Sometimes you just have, you know, I just do life in chapters. So this is the chapter of gratitude for me.
I love that.
And I just wanted to simply say thank you to my fans, since I also had been, when I started this project, it was in the form of an EP. And there's songs like How We Roll on there, and Ecstasy. They've gotten a little taste of that.
Yes.
And, you know, but I had, and also What's Up, with featuring Busta Rhymes. So I've been putting out songs like that, but I've been putting out songs along the way. And it's like, okay, let me just stop giving them one by one. Let me just give them this body of work. And I have these amazing songs that I've been sitting on and also creating. And now it's time to complete the whole project. So I'm super excited about this album. It's a lot of energy, a lot of fun. My goal is always to make the world dance.
Yeah.
And to hopefully give inspiration, whether it's in love, whether it's in life in general, whether you just want to feel good and just like have fun, like all that's on there.
Yeah, I love that. You talked about ownership and owning your masters and owning the song. When you were actually in the studio doing Level Up, did you realize like that you really had a hit and it was like, this is gonna go? Did you know instantly?
I knew the song was a smash. I really believed in it. It's funny because I was pregnant as all get out with my daughter Sienna. It's like the story of my life. Like I was pregnant, pregnant. Yeah. But a lot of great things happen when I'm pregnant, apparently. But,
absolutely.
No, I remember I was carrying Sienna and jamming out with my friend Tehran, who I executive. Yeah, who doesn't love Tehran? Tehran.
So amazing. Shout out to Tehran. He's amazing.
What's a Gwen?
Yeah.
But Tehran, you know, we've known each other for years. We've had great success together.
Yeah.
And he and I were in the studio, and I was like, he had said to me, he was like, Cece, there's this song that's like going crazy in the club. It's called F It Up. I don't like cursing. But he was like, it's the F It Up challenge, and it's just like going crazy. And I'm like, he's like, I want to play it for you because I think it'd be super cool. So he plays it for me. He was like, you know, to be good inspiration. And I was like, he's playing, and I'm like, oh, that's a vibe. And then I started saying like, level up. Like, but I knew at that point when we were creating the record, I wanted energy and I wanted to inspire through the song. But I was very intentional about every line. Like, we really walked through every line together to make sure that like every detail was buttoned up and really helping us tell the story. Because that was the place that I was in. But I knew when we finished that song that it was special, to the point that when I went to the label that I was signed to at the time, because I was in a traditional label, a traditional deal at that time, I went to and it was a new CEO I had to represent to, which is never fun, right? But you're so optimistic.
Yeah.
So I went to present to him, and I'm like, there's a song I have, or this is the song I have called Level Up. This is the visual. I had the visual as well that I had went to New Zealand to shoot.
Yeah, I love that. Proof of concept.
I said, like, this is da-da-da-da, like, I think this song's gonna be the next, you know, big song for me, blah, blah, blah. And he literally looked at me and was kind of like, it just fell on, like, deaf ears, like, flat. Like, he just was like, like, okay, like, very, like, just tonal, like, you know, flat tone.
Yeah.
And he didn't see what I saw. And that was, like, unfortunate in that moment, but it was, like, one of the biggest blessings in my life, because literally, like, that one day I had was like one of the most unfortunate days, but the next day was one of the best days because I decided I'm going to start my label. But I knew that song was special. And I've had moments in my life and in my career from the very beginning, whether it was Goodies or 1-2 Step or just certain songs, I'm like, this is going to be
right.
the song. And in most cases, I've been right when I felt that. So I did believe in the record.
I love that.
Yeah.
In that moment when you're in that conference room or in his office, what did it feel like to be Ciara, the acclaimed artist that you are, and for someone still not to believe and be like, eh?
Oh my gosh. You know what it does? It like helps you, like it motivates me when people do that. You know, like I feel like, okay, like you're going to wish that you wouldn't have said no.
Absolutely.
Or that, yeah, you know, that you're going to wish that. So it really motivates me, you know, when that happens. And it's life, like it's perspective. I think some of the best are always going to someone's going to try to knock the best of the best down. Or, you know, and that motivates me too when I see people that inspire me, and I see how they persevere through people saying you can't.
Yes.
You know, or saying it's not possible. It's like, okay, we're going to find a way to make the impossible possible. Like that's always my mentality. But I really believe, that's why I always tell people, you have to believe in yourself. You know, because if I didn't believe in myself in that moment, I would have been so discouraged and I would have given up.
Right.
And, you know, I also say proudly, like, at that time, it was like I really became a big girl. Like, I became a big girl really young in this industry because you have to be, but I really was like, I felt so vulnerable. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't have this big system that I'm used to being in. Like, what's that going to be like?
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, it's one of the greatest blessings in my life and in my career. And I feel more empowered than ever. And the funniest thing of all of that is that when I had, you know, when we weren't seeing eye to eye, I asked for my master's back and he gave it back to me for free. Like, that's how you know.
Come on.
He didn't believe.
Yes.
But it's like, okay, God, you got me. Like, I'm going to trust this thing. And I'm like, thank you, because I'd have to eat those costs.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Thank you so much. That's the one good thing he did do, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, no,
Wow.
it motivates me, though, when that happens. And yeah, it's a good thing sometimes when it happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Going back to goodies, like young Ciara, to having your own label now, and it's Beauty Marks Entertainment.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. What are some of the lessons that you learned to get to the point where you're like, you know what, I need to start my own label?
Well, I think the greatest thing is numbers. Like, I'll just keep it simple. It's numbers, and it's the ability to create, you know, how you want to and when you want to.
Yeah.
Like, the way that we get to flow right now is so fun, because if I have an idea, I can express it right away. If I want to, you know, share something with my fans right away, I can click the button versus having to go through a whole, like, process of, you know, approvals. Because not everyone's going to approve. They're not going to like what you're doing. They're not going to approve it. And honestly, at points, I was investing into myself, but I wasn't reaping the full benefit because of the back end part of it.
Right.
And that is real. Like, you know, when you're young and you like, I'm living my dream, I'm getting to, like, you know, do this thing I've always wanted to do. You don't think about that stuff.
Right. No.
And then what happens is when you get to do a number check and you're like, wait, I thought that there was going to be way more in my bank account than that. And it's like, oh, wait, do the math. You have to pay your manager. You have to pay your accountant. You have to pay your lawyer. You have to pay, you know, all your invoices, you know, all those things. And then you have to do taxes. And then after that, you're like, wait, what the heck?
Right.
Like, hold up. Like, wait a minute. Math ain't mathin'. Like, 'cause I'm busting my butt, right? I'm sacrificing so much. But I'm not seeing the full benefits of my labor. And that's real. Like, and that's what really motivated me for the chapter of ownership. Ownership became significant for me because that's where, you know, to me, your true financial and wealth success is on the economic side of life.
Yes.
You know, so that matters. Like, you know, I hope, you know, when I look back years later, because legacy is everything, right? That's the one thing that I really work hard to protect. And again, like, when you're with labels, sometimes they don't have the same passion to protect your legacy like you do.
No.
Right? And so that's important for me. But I hope that I can also do something that hasn't been done even within my own family legacy, right? Is the extension of wealth for our babies, right? You know, and that's like my mentality. Like, I'm working hard for that. I'm working hard so when I'm in a certain place in my life, I'm gonna say mid-50s, I ain't gotta hit that matrix no more unless I want to. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit the matrix to the bank. Okay. You know, like, so like, what are we working for, right? It's like I got goals that I'm trying to get to, and at some point you want to work, you know, smarter, not harder.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really, you know, a big part of my like baseline perspective on how I approach business and life in general. So it was a combination of all those things that motivated me, and I'm so glad that I took the risk and allowed myself to be uncomfortable, and you know, I'll never look back.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. From the outside looking in, you talk about somewhere in your 50s, you won't have to do you can pick and choose when you do the matrix, which is so funny. From the outside looking in, most people look at you like, why is she still going so hard? You know, because you got it made in the shade. We looking like
So
she got
sweet.
the husband, she got the beautiful children. You know, it's like, some women would just be like, yep, I'm done. I'm just going to take care of these babies. But you still go. What is that push besides the legacy that keeps you going?
It's my passion for what I do.
Yeah.
I love being an artist. I love performing. I love traveling the world and, you know, meeting my fans and meeting new people and, you know, learning different languages. And, you know, I have an appreciation for what God has blessed me to do.
Yes.
And that is to be an artist, and plus all the other things that, you know, that I'm fortunate to be a part of. It's that like heartbeat. It's like that that beat. Like it's a beat that that's like, it's like, what is it like, to the beat of your own drum? Like it's a drum pattern that I feel like the things that I'm doing, like it's feeding me. Like it's like music movement within itself.
Yes.
You know, and so those are the things that I love doing. They fill my cup. They are part of my identity.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm so blessed. Like I'm not gonna, you know, front. Like it's a blessing that I get to wake up every day knowing that I'm doing exactly what I want to do.
Yes.
Like if that's something I could wish for every person in this world or anyone, is that you want to do what you love, because the truth is that when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Right.
And or if that's how it feels. And I think it's like CC sets goals. Like I set goals, right? And I'm trying to achieve those goals. So that's a big part of my motivation too, right? And I just feel more empowered, you know, with a little more on my plate in life. Like I love that, you know, I get to go from the stage to the classroom with my babies.
Right.
Literally. I was performing in London. It was like, I don't know, almost 30,000 people. And I mean, that was like insane. The love that London showed me was amazing. But literally the next day, or like after I left London, I was humbled, and I was in that classroom like, okay, what do I need for the kids? I need this, this, and this, and this.
Wow.
You know, and then Russ has football. I like being there for him. Like, these are blessings. Yes. All of them are blessings. Like I said, I was like, listen, we ain't stressed out. We blessed out.
I know, that's right.
You know, so
I like that.
It's perspective, you know, but I just love what I do. And it's a big part of my identity. And I think that as women, especially, you know, you have to fill your cup. You have to do the things that, you know, that feed you what you need. And these things feed me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything else like in your downtime? Because you have so many things going on. You're an artist. You're an entrepreneur. You have skincare line. You have a spirits line. You have so many different things that you have your hands in. How do you balance it all with the children and then taking time for Ciara? What do those moments look like when you're like, okay, this is my time? Or do you even get that?
So I'm actually trying to master that a little better. Because I do sometimes take the greatest hit within my schedule, right? In reference to like me time.
Yeah.
But schedule is everything. I was literally just talking to Dimples on my team, and I was saying, I want to walk through how we're going to do a couple of promo days so we can stack some things. Because I'm like, I got to give myself a little room to breathe.
Yes.
But I'm so hungry. You know, it's the drive. Like, I'm hustling right now. Like, and there's something that's really fun about it, but also life is important too.
Yeah.
So I really do try to master it by my schedule. Like, I schedule, you know, whether it's like, and again, sometimes you go off the beating path, but it may be like, these 4 hours are my time with my kids.
Yes.
Okay, then after that, I have 2 calls. And then after that, I go do, you know, to the gym. And then after that, I go to date night with Russ. Like, my days, I get to, like, schedule them, even the personal time. So that way I'm also intentional with carving out the time.
Right.
If I don't have a schedule, then it's like we're just kind of, what they say, willy-nilly. Like, we just kind of freestyling.
Floating through
life. And that's when it gets really crazy because before you look up, time passes you by. And sometimes, like, you know, I do really master being punctual with my flow. Like, I'm just efficient.
Yeah.
And then I'm also looking forward to date night. I'm looking forward to just blocks of time to put my phone down, be with my babies, like, because I have to. But I would recommend to any mom, schedules.
Yes.
You know, That's like a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have children, but my life is, I have to, like, at nighttime, I kind of go through everything I have to do. And then even like the ancillary things that I have to kind of pencil in between my mandatory things, I have to put it all in the schedule. So in the morning I can look at it and be like, okay,
got it.
This is what I got to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's game changing, right?
It is. That structure and the intentionality of making sure that you make time for what's important.
Yeah.
I love
and you know
that.
what I'm trying to really master? Excuse me. I'm trying to master rest.
Ooh, come on, Ciara.
Yeah, because rest is so vital.
Yes.
And I never knew I needed rest until like these stages, at this stage or in my life. We gotta get rest.
Yeah.
You know, sleeping is vital for like health. I have gotten sick twice within the shortest time frame that I ever have. I'm like, okay, now, God, now I hear you, Lord. And then my body, I hear you, body. So I need to like make sure I like, you know, do that too, because your body gets to recover. Your body can like endure everything when you're grinding, you know, trying to work on building my immune system. Like all these things are vital. So I'm really trying to like level up my rest. I'm trying to level up like my immunization, or am I saying that right? My immunity, like
right.
my care.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I'm like doing these things that are going to also feed me too.
Yeah.
I really want to master like resting.
That's so good, because our industry has this whole mentality of sleep when you're dead. And it's like, no, you're going to die if you don't sleep.
That is true. It's big facts.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't want to do that.
Now, are you like a nighttime? Cause I know in the studio, a lot of people work better like in the wee hours of the morning. I'm not like that. I have to have like daytime hours. When you're recording, when do you normally in the studio?
I used to do the wee hours. I actually did wee hours last night. This is the craziest thing. I came from Africa. We traveled for 17 hours. I landed. I went to go to do the Boys and Girls Club for the Why Not Youth Centers. Then I went from there to a podcast taping, and then I went from there to the studio. And we were up to like almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Ciara.
Yeah, 2 o'clock, she said. 2 o'clock in the morning.
It was like, no, 2.
So that's like an abnormal night, okay? But I did that again because I knew, okay, today I'm going to come see you. And then I'm going to, you know, have the rest of I have like a couple more things I have to do in this day, work related. Yeah. And then when I get home, I got to go into mommy.
Yes.
And also hubby, wifey mode, you know? So I had to like, I'm being strategic again. Like my babies aren't here. Russ is working, doing his thing. Okay, now mama can like grind it out, you know. But normally I like to work early. So like if my kids are at school, I do studio. And that when I was young, I didn't do that. I worked to the wee hours. But now it's like take the kids to school, studio at 9 o'clock, which is so like crazy how life evolves like that.
No, it
but
is.
I like to try to get my heavy stuff out the way early in the day.
That's good. It's so important. And we get so caught up in like just loving what we do that we forget. Because like it literally is feeding us. It's keeping us awake.
Love it.
And it's like, oh, I haven't slept. I need to eat. Even eating.
I need to eat. Yes. And I love to eat.
Me too, girl. Oh,
love
my
to
gosh.
eat.
What's your
like,
favorite food?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I always sound Blexican because, you know, black and Mexican. I love Mexican food. I'm also Blasian. I love Asian food.
Yes.
Those would be my top 2 cuisines, and also Italian.
Italian's my favorite.
Is fire.
Yes.
And I love carbs. Like, help me, Lord. I need to master that too, because I swear, I feel like every meal deserves a carb. And that's just not the way to live. So I got to work on that.
I got to work
on
that.
But I love eating. It's just, it's so fun. Like, eating is like, you know, it's community. Like, it's, you know, it's just everything.
Yeah, no,
like
it really is.
And I'm from Atlanta. You know, we're
Southern.
We do everything with seasoning
and butter.
Yeah, butter, Lawry's, all that stuff. You know, so it's kind of how I grew up. Every Sunday was like Thanksgiving at the church. Yeah. You know, and like every other day is like Thanksgiving. So it's just in me. Yeah. But I do love food.
You love food, but your body is always tea. How?
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, it is tea, honey.
Okay, I try. Okay, so after my baby girl Amore, my last baby, I have I still haven't gotten all the way back to my base weight. And at one point in time, it's funny because I weigh the same weight as Russ.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I gained the most with her. And it's honestly, it's hard. But I will say this. What I do try to do is moderation.
Yeah.
Stop when you're full. And it's hard. Like when food is good, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
But moderation is key, right? So sometimes I'll realize I went a little too crazy.
Yeah.
Let me like dial it back this evening. Like try to eat just fish and veggies. Like, but I have to literally talk to myself like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Like that's how bad it is. Like it's really bad. Like,
I hear
I'm
that
not
voice
lying.
and I don't listen. I'm like, girl, shut up.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do it. I did it.
You're right.
Yeah. You know, and also tons of water. Like when you're
Okay.
training, you know, I did this thing with my nutritionist years ago, and he did a body mass index calculation on me, checking your muscle mass and like
Yeah.
all these different things. And he gave me like the water ratio versus like my weight and all that stuff. So when I'm trying to come down, like sometimes I'm drinking a gallon and almost a half when I gain like 75 pounds, right? So it's like you're just being mindful of like your water intake.
Yeah.
Those things matter, but moderation.
Yeah. Now, when you're
Moderation.
thick, and you look amazing. Like
Thank
when you
you so
gained
much.
the weight from baby Amore.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
talking
you.
I was like, this girl looks so good. But I knew you were thicker than normal. Was there ever a moment where you looked in the mirror and was like, or were you like, I see you, girl?
No, I ain't gonna lie. I loved every step of the way.
Good.
And you know what it is? I got to give my husband some love because Russ really made me feel even more like, okay, I'm liking my curves. I'm liking it. Put a cup on it, kind of thing. You know, because he was like, he tells me even, he's like, don't you get too crazy because he likes my hips. You know?
Yes.
So that makes me feel good, right? It's
Yeah.
like, that stuff, you know, can like give us ladies a little, okay, like,
Absolutely.
she cute, okay. We can appreciate these extra little, you know, grips, or you know, grippers, whatever you want to call it. No, it's really sweet, and I think there's something too about like where you are in your life. Like, I love having a little more on me.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been a little smaller, but I like it. I like how
Yeah.
the jeans fit me. I like it. I'm liking it.
You
It's
look good,
okay.
yeah. No, I saw it and I was like, Cece is looking good.
Thank you so
yes.
much.
No, for sure. Just gave props to your husband, Russell. You guys are couple goals. Like everybody, all the women are praying your prayer.
Oh my gosh, this is the.
I was like, when she comes, I need her to pray over me.
Oh my gosh, this is so
But
funny.
you both have your own careers, your own lives. How has it been managing the relationship and now having a family, but still like you're doing your thing and he's doing his thing? How do you guys, what are those conversations like, all right, babe, how do we keep it together?
Yeah, communication is really important. And you know what's really great is that with him doing football, his world is more structured.
Yes.
My world, I can kind of like plan around his world.
Smart.
So that is like, you know, I would say is a blessing in the dynamic of what we do.
Yeah.
And we're just really big on like, you know, communicating. Like he knows my schedule. Like he tell me my schedule back sometimes before I can
love
even tell
it.
it myself.
Aw.
You know, but we're really, you know, lock and step on that. You know, and we find ways to stay connected even when we're apart, whether it's like watching a show. We have a thing like you can't watch the show without the other, right? When you're in two different places.
That's a thing.
But if we're going to do it, we're watching it like simultaneously. Like, hey, put your computer on mute, you know, so we don't have the sound on the other
Right.
side. You know, so we'll do little things like that. Or like, you know, we really do work on coordinating things as best as possible. And I think that's like the game changer. Again,
Yeah.
schedule. Like it's
Yes.
huge, right? So we kind of know, okay, I'm going to be gone these amount of days, or you know, if he has to do something, same thing. But we're like mapping out so we can like make sure it comes back to us. Like we're very
Yeah.
intentional. You know, even date nights. Like we do date nights every Friday
Really?
when he's in the season, and I've been a big believer. Like that little thing, you know, or that I don't even call it little, but that moment has been like game changing for us over the years. I think because one, I'm always looking forward to it.
Yeah.
You're not forgetting to date each other.
Yes.
You got to do that, right? We always talk about that. He always says you got to always compete. You know, like that was one of his things that
I
he
love
had.
that.
And I like that idea because it's like searching for the beginning, always searching for the beginning. Like when we first met, I'm like, I can't. But I'm aware, you know.
Right.
You still want to
You
do
still
that.
feel that,
Yeah,
yes.
you know, it's still, it keeps it exciting, you know. So
Absolutely.
it's honestly just being intentional. I would say that's the thing. Like we both want our love to be as sweet and full as it can be, and so we're very intentional about achieving that.
Yeah.
Now we don't get it right all the time,
Right.
you know, but the place that we come from is it's the foundation is set and it's clear.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're very, very intentional.
I love that. And your relationship is built on the foundation of God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's in the
We
center.
say Jesus at the center.
Amen.
When we first got
Yes.
engaged in Seychelles, he actually the first thing that we did is we went and we prayed, and you know he actually initiated the thought of having Jesus at the center.
Yeah.
And I really
How did that
loved.
feel?
Oh,
that you
was
have a
sweet.
man
I
that
want
has-
to cry. I don't know why I be up here crying like this. I have been like on a chapter of tears.
Are you pregnant
Happy
again?
tears. No, hold up now. Let's not get crazy, okay? No, listen.
Kip's exclusive.
Okay, stop right now. Okay.
You're like, why am I crying?
No, I really have been like an emotional I don't know.
Gratitude.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
gratitude.
It's real.
But that was really sweet and powerful.
Yeah.
To have that, connection or like in that very moment, like that's the foundation we're going to set this on. Like,
Yeah.
and it's honestly real. Like
Yeah.
having Jesus at the center is significant because when man leans on man,
Listen.
that's when it get a little murky.
It do,
Right? When we
yes.
start trying to be like, well, I feel, but it's like, okay, what does God want?
Yeah.
Where is the spirit in all of this? Like, where is the, go to the place of love, right?
Yes.
When we do that, like, it brings everything back down, like, to, like, the right place, so, and I think that's huge.
It is.
Especially in our world. Like, our worlds are crazy, like, hectic and, like, fast-moving and convenient. Like, so it's like, okay, whenever we have a little funky something, like, the spirit is what brings us back.
That's good.
Yeah, it brings us like back to where we need to be, and it takes both.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, we have certain like rules too. Like our pastor Judah, who actually officiated our wedding, and he's like amazing, but he talked about like how in relationships like you can have an idea where you never say the D word. Like you never say.
Oh, that word. Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Or I was like, what's the D word?
Yeah, exactly. And then also you say.
Yeah, wow.
You got to be able, like when you make the mistake or you cause the turn up or the friction, you got to be able to say, will you forgive me?
Ugh.
And that is hard for me because I'm stubborn. I'd be like, I ask him if he will forgive me because I went wrong. And then I'd be like, I might be wrong. You know, it's like, Ciara, just say it. Like I'm talking about like, just say it, girl. And I'm like, rolling my eyes like, I don't want to say it. Just say it. You better say it. It's a whole thing. Like, that is hard, I think, to be like, will you forgive me? But it's like, it's game-changing.
It is.
Right? And we both have that understanding. Like, those little things, they're really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful that you can, because asking for forgiveness is not only an humbling state, but it's also very vulnerable.
Yeah.
To, like, look at yourself in the mirror and say, wait a minute, this was me, I messed up. And to be able to go to the person and admit that, so the fact that you are so comfortable with each other to allow each other to see each other in that state is so beautiful.
Yeah, and I think it feels good when someone takes accountability, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. And I'll give Russ credit. He does pretty good with coming back around. Like we were saying the other day, he gets like more worked up. I get very quiet. Like when he raises his voice, it's funny because like, his love reminds me of like my dad's love, right? And I remember like my dad would like reprimand me, like the tone of the voice was just like enough to make you go, you just crumble. And so if he gets like loud, it's like, and depending on what it is, I'll be like, I just sit back like, where you going with this, like, or I might feel like, I have all these different feels, but like he typically is the one that can like get a little more turned up than me. I get quiet turned. Like, I'm turned.
I would have thought it was the
quiet.
opposite.
Yeah, no. But he's he's really good about like, he'll come back around, like, so I'll give him that. He does that really well.
He's
and
passionate.
Like, okay, I love you too.
I love that. That is so beautiful. Now, word on the street is that y'all started a matchmaking service.
Oh my lordy, we did not start a matchmaking service.
Because we trying to sign up. The people are like, where do we sign up?
Look, we should actually like think about this thing.
I'm serious.
Let me tell you, we love seeing our friends experience love.
Yeah.
We have fun, like, and we're so blessed that we have a really great group of friends, like, you know, in all different parts of the world. And I, for me, like, especially with my girls, I'm like, I just want my girls to be happy, like, if that's what they want, right? You know, like, I have I don't want to call her out, but I have someone. I have a dentist in my life. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna say her name. She was like, Ciara. But like, she's so like sweet, smart, boss, owns her own dentistry like business. Like she's amazing, like great vision, and like she's, you know, single, and I'm like, okay, we've got to figure this out. Like, so I will be like on the search.
I love it.
Because I'm like, she is a queen and she deserves a king. Like,
yes,
that's my mentality, right?
Yes.
So I just love trying to help in any way that I can. We both love it. We have been very fortunate to introduce people, and that's the fun stuff.
Yeah, your track record is tracking. And you got Coco and Donovan.
Okay, so wait, we did not. Okay.
So they just assumed that.
Okay, so this is what happened.
What happened was.
Okay, so Coco and Donovan, shout out to both of them, and I'm so happy for them. And my girl Coco is the sweetest.
She is.
And Donovan is so cool and just amazing. And Russ and Donovan have their boy flow. Honestly, they've been having their whole like boy flow for some time, like low key, behind the scenes, and I love that. Like I love how the men connect on that kind of stuff. But basically, you know, the fellas are over there doing their thing, Russ and Donovan, and Russ has like, he's really obviously, I think he's the best on the field, but off the field, he has like this creative mind that runs wild with a lot of cool ideas. So he actually has a company, West East Lux, where he's doing like, providing luxury like experiences and stuff like that. So it's his passion for him. But basically him and Donovan connected, and all of a sudden I look up and like Russ is like, we set this up, blah, blah, blah. Like he had the whole, like they were doing the whole thing, planning the engagement for him and Coco. So it's just so sweet, you know? And so we're just really happy for them. It's so beautiful. And it's just amazing. Like, God is so good.
He is so good.
Yeah.
He is so good. At BET Media House, you stopped by Jim Jones' interview.
Oh, yes.
And you said you need to, I think it was seal it properly.
Yes.
That let me know that you love.
I do.
And you meant the
Oh,
you
my
meant
gosh.
it
I was totally,
in the best way.
you know, sometimes that's just me. I think it's my passion to just like want, you know, the best for people.
Yeah.
And listen, you know, I don't know them from a can of paint, but I just remember my last memories of them and knowing that they've shared, you know, their journey with the world. And I think the greatest thing that we all have to remember is that imperfect love, like in imperfect love, that's where perfection is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's not a perfect way to do love. The perfect way to do love is just to love in the best way that you can and to love.
Yeah.
Right? And that doesn't mean you're going to always get it right. And that doesn't mean you're going to have the perfect story where you went through this phase, this phase, this phase, and now it's voila. Some people go through a phase, it's amazing, then it falls flat, then it comes back again, then it goes. Everyone's love story is their own.
It is, and that's what makes it
you
beautiful.
Know? Yeah, and there's no judgment in love, right? And so I think that when I saw, you know, when I was in that moment, I just was, it was from a place of love.
Absolutely,
you know, and just, you know, wanting, you know, something beautiful from my perspective, or wanting that, you know, for the people that I've loved watching on TV, like, you know, y'all got to do this. So
I was like, baby, it's passionate.
Yes, you
Seal
know,
it properly. And I felt it
yeah.
because I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love. And I'm on this new journey, really being more intentional about my walk with Christ in my Bible. And through that, God convicted me on sex. So I stopped having sex, and because I want to love the way God intended, and I wanted to do it properly. When I heard you say seal it properly, I'm like, exactly, like, because that was my conviction. God was like, you doing it wrong. Like, this is not how I designed this. I need you to trust me, and do you trust me to bring you love the way I intended it, so that you're not continuously getting hurt.
I love that.
Yeah. So I felt that I didn't read it as judgment. I was like, love. I'm with her because she's all about love.
Yeah, seal it, you know. I mean, I think that we owe that to ourselves, you know, and I think that when, you know, it always hurts, like in general, like, you know, we live in this era, and I'm not gonna say era because this has been like, it's just a new word that they coined it, like love bombing. You know, which is not right either, because oftentimes for us as women, excuse me. Okay, so when guys see a girl, it's exterior first.
Yes.
When we see a man, it's interior and exterior. We see you on the front, like, okay, you look amazing, but like, what is he like? Like, we start like fantasizing or thinking about, like, you know, is he a family guy? We think about all of these things.
Literally, instantly, we're like,
yeah, you map it through, and or you think in your mind through all those things, and sometimes too, like a guy can mishandle, you know, where we are, and that's like crushing.
It's very crushing.
You feel like you're set back.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like a blowback because we're going with the right intentions, but then a guy has different intentions, and like, it's like, man, you just wasted a chunk of my life.
Yeah. No,
you just wasted a chunk of my time. Like, I'm really rolling. Like, I'm really like in this thing, and you over here kind of playing. Like, now we just losing a little time. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yes.
But I can relate to where you are in your life in reference to just like pausing, like wanting to like be very intentional with yourself, your body, you know, how you're loving on yourself, like being, you know, set to me, like you talk about prayer, like prayer really works.
It does.
Right? And I do think there's something about when we start to envision who we want to be within ourselves and we cement it with prayer, like the evolution starts to happen like overnight.
Oh my goodness, Ciara. Seriously.
Right?
God be moving fast. It's like, wait, I just said that. He like,
and it trickles down to everything. It could be like in your business.
yes.
It can be
your podcast, and Ciara's here. I literally just said it.
You know, it can be just even if somebody's off in your friend circle, like just when you start to be like in tune with yourself, and you start to pour into yourself, like everything starts to become more clear, and you start to walk with a different pep. Like you start to feel like, you know, it's like, okay, hold up. My shoulders start to get taller. Like my walk starts to get more like okay, she know who she is. Like she know where she want to go. She ain't there yet, but she gonna get there. Like that's the kind of mentality you start to have. So I love, you know, I love like what you're saying, and I relate to what you're saying, and I think that it's a season for things, right? The season you're talking about is like, okay, this season is important.
Yeah, very.
This season you're talking about is important because, like, you know, like when we make commitments to ourselves and like what we're trying to do and trying to evolve, like we got to really like, okay, let's do it.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And then I swear to you, like God is so good. The blessings start to overflow.
Yes.
You know?
Come on. Yeah.
And they come.
Yeah.
And like I was saying to someone the other day, it's like you want it to be right. Yeah. Right? You know, so like I love that.
Yeah. Ari Lennox, she had just posted something about she's been abstaining from sex she's posted on Instagram, and she was like, I'm abstaining from sex, but it's hard dating guys because that's all they want. Yeah. And she said it just seems like we're not winning the girls who are trying to just date the right way. Yeah. So I DM'd her and I was like, listen, I'm in the same boat with you, so we exchanged information because we have been knowing each other since earlier this year. And she was like, you too? And I was like, her sweet little voice. I was like, me too. So yeah, just having the friendship, the circle.
Oh my gosh, the circles that you surround yourself are really important. Yes. And who you share information with when you're vulnerable is really important because what they say back to you can impact your life so significantly. You can have a friend that encourages you to do the right thing and one that encourages you to do the bad thing. And when you're vulnerable, sometimes you go with the bad thing because like that's how the devil works.
It is.
You know, like the feeling can feel like that's the right thing, but it's the wrong thing. Yes. So who advises you is really important.
It's so important. And I was in a state like that last year where I've been open about it. I was kind of running from Jesus. I was like, you know, like I just felt like I just want to be me. And I was trying to straddle the fence where I want to like be me, and it wasn't aligning with where God was taking me.
We lean on man.
Yes.
Lean on your own understanding.
Yes.
Right?
And I was like,
But you know what you made me think about too when you're talking about, you know, abstaining and like that phase you're in, the right guy will respect it and the right guy will appreciate it. Yes. And like will hold your hand with you. Yes. That's what I do know. Right? I know that for a fact. Yeah. Okay? Like you know, I could cry again. But I know that, right? That the right person, you know, listen, we're not perfect, you know, not going to always, you know, say everything perfectly and do everything perfectly. But the right person, like, they're going to wait for you, and they're going to respect you, and they're going to, you know, be patient with you. And when they're thinking, like Russ and I, we talk about being equally yoked, like that's a game changer, right?
Yes.
Because that already changes the playing field.
Big time.
Now we're operating from the same platform, same foundation, perspective. Like now we can really go up together.
Yes, yeah.
You know, because we
places
really
God
are
will take you.
Yeah, like we're, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's the thing, right? And I think there's a difference between boys and men, right?
Yeah,
you know,
for
so like
sure.
men, they're gonna wait for you. They're gonna be patient with you.
Yeah.
They're gonna put the time in. They're gonna send you flowers. They're gonna think of you. It's gonna be the little things that are gonna actually make the biggest difference.
Yes.
But they're gonna be so intentional because they're real men. Like that's, so, you know, I think that to me is also something that I learned in life through my journey, right? There's a difference between boys and men.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Ooh, and you're raising young men up and a daughter.
Yes.
Like, how is that, like, seeing your images of you walking around the house and instilling these principles into them?
Oh my gosh, it is the best. Being a mom is the best job.
Yeah.
The best job on earth, because it is a job, okay? So I'm gonna shout out all, I don't care if you a stay-at-home mom, like, it is work,
Yeah.
okay? But I wouldn't have my life any other way. And I think, you know, it's fun, you know, Sienna, especially little Cece.
Baby, she's got so much personality.
Little Cece, boy, she be coming in hot, okay? But she loves me so much, like, and I'm like looking at her, I'm like, I'm seeing she's going through this interesting phase. She just wants to do everything with me and like me, and I'm like, wow, like, what a gift. How sweet it is that my daughter looks at me and she like looks up to me, like, wow, that is so precious. Like, you know, God, like, please help me to be the best example I can be for her. Please help me to teach her the best way possible. Please give me the words to say to her when she's gonna need it the most. Like, please let her feel comfortable to come and lean on my shoulder, you know, when she's gonna need it the most. Like, that's what I hope for with my baby girls. And like I said, I was saying to JB earlier, I was like, I'm out here grinding like it's the early 2000s, and she is not feeling it. Like, she had the greatest cry the other day, and I'd never seen her do that before because he didn't want me to travel. But I do hope that when she sees mommy can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely.
I hope that for Amora. Amora is just 1 year old. She's like 20 months now, and this girl is one going on 21 for sure. Like,
these new babies are different.
I think she's going to be really confident too.
Oh, I love that.
So I just hope that they both will look at mommy that way, and I just pray over our bond and our boys. You know, I think they get to see how dad loves me. You know, I think that's important.
Absolutely.
You know, I hope that they also get to, you know, have the right perspective on me, you know, like when it comes to them meeting a lady in their lives. Like, you know, it's an interesting dynamic with boy and girl, but it's a blessing that I have both. You know, it's nonstop. Boys think everything is a jungle gym. You know, we'll be he'll be eating food, eating a quesadilla, and be like jumping from. I'm like, what we doing, right? And Cece's like, I want to do hair and makeup, like there's a clear dynamic between both of them, both, you know, boy and girl. But I do get the best of both worlds. Yeah.
The state of the world that we're in, I have a fear of bringing children into this world. When you're raising children, is there ever like fear that creeps in as they're leaving the house? Like, what influences are gonna interact with them as they leave the house?
100%. That's why I'm trying to really work on communicating even more at home. Because we come from the era, I'm not sure if you feel this way, but I feel like we came from the era where a lot of conversations were just like, you don't talk about them.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, it can be sex conversations. It can be, you know, how, just anything. Like, it, you know, we just wouldn't like talk about things. And so for me, I'm trying to really challenge myself to create a line of communication and also tell them about things before the world tells them. Because oftentimes, unfortunately, kids go to school and they get information. Right? You know, and like, that's never good in most cases because they're like sponges and they absorb so easily.
They do.
So, you know, I try to find the fine balance between like what we talk about and how far we go with things, but also equipping them for the world, because it is a whole new world.
It is.
It is really
totally
interesting.
different than when we were growing up. I'm like, oof.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and they have so much access now. to things that we didn't have access to growing up, you know?
They do. You know, but I think if we talk about things like, you know, try to avoid as many surprises as possible for them. Like when they go in the world, it's like, okay, Mom, we talked about that. My mom told me, like, I know what that is.
Right.
And they can also know. Like, they need to be able to know stuff when someone's telling them.
But like, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's good. I love that. Ciara, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your new album that you're dropping.
Thank you
Super
so
excited
much.
about everything you have going on. Make sure you guys go buy her rum. It's 10 to 1,
10
right?
to 1
10 to
rum.
1 rum. And then you have a skincare line on a mission.
Skincare line, OAM Skin.
Where can they get that?
So you can go to oamskin.com. But I also wanted to share with my fans and just the customers that have been like the best supporters with OAM in particular, is that I'm on a mission to keep evolving in this space. So I'm also, even though it's me, my business is still really small. So I go through those growing pains that a lot of small business owners go through.
I'm one of those.
Yeah, and it's a beast. So
it is.
there is an evolution that's happening behind the scenes with OAM. And so, because you're probably like, what's my posting cadence? Like, it seems like it's slowing down. Like, if you're a true fan of OAM, you're probably like, okay, what's happening? But what fortunately did happen for me is a lot of my SKUs sold out multiple times.
Okay,
so that was great. And our subscription world has been amazing and growing. But now people, when they go to oamskin.com, you'll see I have my serum and my brightening pads, and those were two of our like strongest sellers. And so luckily I have a great amount of inventory, so I tell everybody, get it while it lasts, because OAM is about to evolve, and I have new formulations that I'm working on, and it's super exciting. I'm using them every day. I honestly can't go without them.
Your skin looks good.
Thank you so much.
So beautiful.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Good, amazing.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I want to play a quick game.
Yes,
it's called
I love games.
Love It or Leave It. All right. The first one is 5 a.m. workouts.
Leave it. Well, I do it, but leave it.
Leave it. Okay.
Yeah.
Group chats.
Love it.
You love it. Who's in your group chat?
Okay. It's funny because, my group chat with my girls, we have one with me, La, V. We have me, La, V. Sometimes me, La, V, and Kelly.
Oh, love Kelly.
Yeah, that's my girls.
Yes.
And also my best friend and makeup artist, Yolanda. I have to shout her out because she's been in my career since I was my very first professional shoot.
Really?
When I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So we have sometimes it might be me, La, Yoli. Between Russ and I, we be doing multiple group chats. It depends on the topic.
Right.
And it just be like, okay, we have our flow.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. Long phone calls or text messages? You stay on the phone for a long time, or you like, I ain't got time?
Well,
Do you even have
You said
time?
love it or leave it, right?
Oh, yeah. Long phone calls. Yeah.
Love it with my love. Love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I love it. I love chatting. So.
What's the longest you like looked at him like, oh my gosh, we were on the phone for 3 hours?
No, babe, do not kill me. See, this is one thing we ain't been doing lately, but we've been busy or whatever, so I'll get like great. But in our early days especially, we fall asleep on the phone, on the FaceTime. And then you wake up, and then he's there. And then,
that's so
babe,
sweet.
good morning.
I love it. I love it.
That's a long time.
TikTok dance trends.
Love it.
Yeah, I knew you would love that one.
Cece love to dance.
I love it. Ciara, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You are amazing. This was incredible to sit down and talk to you. I'm so glad we were able to make this happen.
Me too. This was so much fun, and congratulations to you on all your success.
Thank you.
Everyone loves to see what you talk about.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. They're going to love this one.
I'm
excited. Yes.
Let's go.
All right, babe. Thank you.
Thank you.
So today I am wearing silver Loewe bow sandals. These are my favorite new sandals. Loewe shorts, a Balenciaga cross-tie shirt, Schiaparelli earrings, and my signature jewelry. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all, I cannot believe we just had this moment. With the mention of gratitude, I'd like to take this moment to thank you, my sweeties. You all have supported this platform, you've grown with me, and I am truly, truly thankful. Remember, we ain't stressed out, we blessed out. In the meantime, in between time, keep it positive, sweeties.